so much.
Yeah, it sounds like there's nothing you can actually.
And you may be wondering like what happened with the other two companies. Guys, tech recruiting sucks. Just don't do it. We are going to send out some job application. This is the template. At the very top, I have I had a coffee chat with a friend in the late afternoon today, and then during that coffee chat I got an email from the recruiter. They emailed me asking if I had time to chat tomorrow morning. They didn't say any positive things in the email, they just said I have some feedback to share with you. And that email is very similar to the one that I got back in November when I got rejected. So I'm really anxious. I don't know how I'm gonna get sleep tonight. To be completely honest, I know after every single interview I'm like, I don't know how I did okay. I just don't ever want to hype myself up and get my hopes up. But this time around, I actually think I did fairly okay. 3 out of 4 rounds were good. And the last interview was with the director or head of data science, and I do think I could have answered some of their questions better. But other than that, I thought everything was like okay. And maybe that's why I'm feeling really sad right now. I have a big hunch that I'm not getting the role. Sometimes I feel like I'm not really meant for this. Like, this as in tech recruiting. I always feel like I'm not good enough at the end of the day, where I keep telling myself this time around, you know, everyone who gets to final rounds, they're good enough, but it's just so competitive. I didn't even get rejected yet. I don't know why I'm crying. And it feels like I got rejected. I also do this thing where I overthink a lot. Like, can you imagine me doing this entire recruiting process, like crying after every round, every time I get rejected, and then also working my 9 to 5 and posting on YouTube? Like, those were crazy times. I was so sad and depressed and so tired. But things are better now. At least, like, you know, I can cry tonight, and even if tomorrow, you know, I get rejected, I can cry all day, and I don't have to worry about people paying me at work. I don't have to worry about, like, my 9 to 5 because I'm obviously unemployed. So there's a plus side to this situation, I guess. Okay, stop whimpering. Ugh. Hello? Good morning, how are you? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, obviously yeah, this is definitely difficult news, but I really appreciate you going through all of the feedback with me. Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I did have a really enjoyable interview process with you leading it, and I really appreciate you and your time. Yeah, that sounds great. Thank you so much. Thank you. You too. Bye.
It's okay.
It's literally the exact same situation as last time where they just said one person was a little better than me.
Yeah.
And then the recruiter said that usually when he calls people to reject them, he has so much like actionable feedback. And he said, I don't have any actionable feedback for you because I think you did amazing. And I just didn't know what to say. I don't know why. I've had so much difficulty passing. Like, the behavioral rounds, like, I don't know when I'm gonna be good enough.
Can you tell me your first rejection this year?
Yeah, it's a first rejection, but like, I mean, it took 5 weeks. Like, it kind of sucks. 5 weeks and like so many hours.
Yeah, it sounds like there's nothing you can actually improve on. But I would take it as a good thing. Where I just need to come across the right fit for me. You know, if they give you feedback like that, maybe you wouldn't be as happy working under that team. It's okay. It's okay. It's only the first one.
그걸 어떻게 내 입으로 말해? 잘 지내는 듯 싶었는데.
Hello, friends. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. I'm holding on. It's been a slow 2 days. I've just been rotting in bed. And now it's already Thursday night. So I thought that we can catch up while I do my nighttime skincare routine. Let's try out these soybean milk pads by McSoon. I feel like my skin has been so dry because I've been crying a lot. Obviously, I still feel a little upset about the rejection. I think today I mostly felt anger and frustration more than sadness. I mean, rejection sucks. It really does. No one likes being rejected, right? This is not the first time in my life where I've been rejected. I've definitely gone through so much worse. And I know that I'll pick myself back up and I will get through it. This is their famous bean essence and I've been using it for the past week. I really like the texture. It's like super fun to use. Look at this. Oh! So I'm not fully over the rejection yet, but I am ready, I think, to move on. And tomorrow I just want to wake up feeling better and I want to start applying to more jobs. Like, I've been extremely intentional with the companies that I decide to apply for because, as you all witnessed with company A, that took 6 weeks, and unless I really like the company and the job posting and feel like I'm the right fit for this role, I am not dedicating myself to another 6 weeks of interviews. My holy grail, I've been using this for 3 to 4 years now. The tech recruiting process, man, oh. Yes, 8 rounds of interviews really suck, but I think what's worse is the wait time in between interviews. I don't know how that process can be sped up. Obviously, the first solution is to just have less interviews, but for me, I'm kind of like a rip the band-aid off kind of gal, so I'm okay with the 8 rounds of interviews, not gonna lie, but can we consolidate that? Can we do that within a week? Like, I just don't wanna waste my time. And I just want to go through the process as fast as possible. Like, I'm ready. Just interview me. Like, if you like me, let's go. I feel like I'm that way with dating too. I'm gonna use this one tonight since it's still so cold in New York City. What also sucks is that now I have to start back at square one. So I have to apply to more companies, and then we'll have to go through very similar rounds of interviews. Like, it's not fun. Some companies definitely have shorter interview processes, but I would say a short one for tech is like 4 to 5 interviews. So yeah, I'm not really looking forward to that all over again. And you may be wondering like what happened with the other 2 companies, Company B and Company C. So for Company B, it went well. The tech screen went well, and they immediately just moved me to the final rounds, which is great. We love Company B. But I think it's too early to say we love Company B, because they called me and they said, you passed the tech screen, but we don't have an open position for you just yet. They think a new position will open within the next couple of months. So until that position opens, they can't really even have the hiring manager call. So I'm on hold. I'm on hold indefinitely until they have the budget to post the new listing. For Company C, things have been moving really slow. I think the last update I gave you all was that I had an HR call with them, and that was almost 2 weeks ago, and they scheduled my first round of tech screens on Monday. So I have to do the math. So 3 weeks out since the initial conversation, I'm finally having the first interview. Guys, tech recruiting sucks. Just don't do it. I'm gonna pack it all in with my favorite device from Medicube. Life is so hard. And that concludes our nighttime skincare routine. So today we are going to send out some job applications, hopefully. I have email notifications set up for LinkedIn, so they'll notify me when there are new data science postings in the New York City area. However, there haven't been a lot of new listings because the market is just still really bad. And on top of that, I've been extremely picky with the job postings that I've been applying for, as you all know, because I'm looking for something very specific at this point in time in my career. Before we do that though, I need to quickly update my job tracker. And a couple videos ago, I actually shared a very quick glimpse of this tracker with you all, and I got a handful of questions around what is it, can you share it, where can I find this? So back in the fall, I actually created this table to help me keep track of all of the jobs that I've been applying to. So for this time around, I actually just repurposed it and made it a little bit better. Of course, I made this tracker on Notion, my favorite productivity tool. If you've been a longtime viewer of mine, you would know my deep love for Notion. I literally would not be the YouTube productive girly that you all know without Notion. If you've been following this job searching series, you would also know that I love to share resources and tools that I genuinely love and that has actually helped me with my personal job search. So I swear I was going to share this template with you all eventually, but it's just really nice because today's video sponsor is Notion, and it's just so fitting for me to share this template with you all. So thank you so much, Notion, for sponsoring this video. And with that, let me just show you all really quick what this template looks like. This is the template. At the very top, I have a header image, which has one of my favorite manifestation quotes. Scrolling down, we have a little information about this template. Then scrolling all the way down, we have the table that tracks all of the applications. So starting from left to right, the first column is about the company, then the role, and then the title. If you know the team or the product area, you can put that down in this column. Next, we have the job listing. This is probably one of the most helpful columns because I always find myself referencing back to it and reading through the job description for each stage of the interview process, because I like to incorporate qualities and skills listed on the job description and incorporate it into my answers. Next to that, we have the date applied. You can set reminders for yourself so that you make sure to apply to this position before a certain date. I really only use this function when I'm going through a referral because I want to be really cognizant of their time. Moving on, we have this status column. So it's a drop down and there are a couple of options: interviewing, rejected, dropped, and offer. And then I have this checkbox. You check it if you got a referral for this job posting, and then the rest of the columns are for if you pass the recruiter call. So sometimes a company will give you a take-home project or a take-home coding assessment before your first round. Luckily, none of the ones that I've been interviewing with this time around has given me one. It's also a drop down. It's either you submitted it, there was none, or you dropped it because you didn't want to do it. I've dropped a couple, not gonna lie. Then we have our first round. This is a multiple select. So some options that I have listed are product case, Python screen, SQL screen, hiring manager, or statistics. And then the second round is usually what you didn't get in the first round. And then lastly, we have this free text column for on-site. All right, so let's update company A. It was just for the general product team. I applied in February, and the status, rejected. I did go through a referral. There was no take home, first round, second round. You were all with me through that. And then some notes on the on-site. So I'd write something like this: 4 total interviews. And then usually if I do make it onto the on-site, I do open up a side doc and I will write more specific stuff about the on-site process. I think this is also really helpful, especially the last time around, for me to see like, okay, usually what gets asked during the first and second round. And that's how I came up with my drop-down chart, because I rarely get any other form of interviews during these stages. And then it'll help me see like, okay, every time I interview, I'm getting better, or I struggle at this round. The job searching process is extremely long, as you have seen me go through it, or if you've been through it yourself. So it's just really important that 1, you be as strategic as you can wherever you can, and then 2, be as organized as you can. So that was the tracker, and it's actually published as a template on the Notion website, so you can download it and repurpose it for your own job search. Job searching is actually just a small use case of how I personally use Notion. Like I mentioned before, I literally use it for everything. I use it to plan my trips, I use it to collaborate with friends, I use it to plan all of my YouTube videos, including the one that you're watching right now. So all in all, to say that it is a really powerful tool, and whether you're a student or a corporate girly or a content creator, if you can think it, you can make it happen with Notion. If I haven't convinced you to use Notion already, I feel like I'm doing a bad job at this content creator thing. You can download my template and try Notion out for free using the link down below in my description box. What is that?
Sundae.
Wow, this is the spread. Okay, so we have some sundae, we have some posam, and jjajangmyeon, and the sides. Wow, thank you. My boyfriend brought me so much food because I've been depressy and stressy all week. Now we're gonna eat away our sorrows, but I feel like I'm the only one with sorrows. I think you've been pretty happy.
Yeah, I've been good. But I'm sad with you.
It's okay. Only one person can be sad in this relationship. You can't both be depressy.
That's true.
Yeah, that's not how it works. Ah, what a week. What a week. Okay.
Everything will be alright.
You're gonna support me until death.
Of course, until death.
Until death? Wow, this took like 5 minutes to mix.
My mouth's been watering the whole time.
Okay, I'm back with my apron and my hair tied. Let's dig in. Let's watch a show. So we were supposed to watch Queen of Tears together, but I got so sad throughout the week that I just binged it myself. I feel really bad. So the least I can do is rewatch some episodes with you.
You're so kind.
No, you're so kind.
No.
No.
Pish pod.
Pitch Paul.
야, 기억이 나네. 일단